We're jumping in today with this Niffler costume. For this project, you're going to need some black faux fur, tan felt, googly eyes, Velcro, hot glue, scissors, and some Niffler treasure. Don't forget the super cute pup. This is Baron, our doggy model for the day. So to start, we're going to cut out the main back piece for this Niffler. This fabric was horrible to work with. I will never use it again. I actually had some scrap that I threw away. So first we're starting and we're going to create legs with a scrap piece. So I just folded the fabric in half and now I'm cutting out 4 little legs. They're about 1 inch wide and about 3 inches long. So now that I have all 4 Niffler legs, I'm going to start on the paws using the brown felt. You definitely need a vacuum while using this fabric. So I'm just going to draw a template on some paper. And cut it out. Now that you have your template, you're going to start making paws. You need 4 of these, so you're just going to trace them and cut them out. Now that we have our 4 Niffler paws, it's time to add the toenails by sharpieing the ends black. So now we have our 4 Niffler paws. It's time to attach it to the furry legs that we cut out. So I'm just using hot glue for this. Now we have 4 furry Niffler legs. So let's jump back over to that back piece and create a tail. You're going to fold the back piece in half and then cut an arc, which is going to create a pointed tail. And now I'm going to seam the edge and sew on the legs. You could also use hot glue if you don't sew. So now it's time to add the middle section that is going to attach Baron to the costume. So I'm just going to sew that on real quick and add Velcro. And now this is another costume that the dogs have, and I'm trying to figure out how to make a hood with the fabric. So basically I'm just folding the hood on this in half to use as a template, and now I'm cutting my fabric that has been folded in half to match the curve of the hood. And now I'm just going to sew a line. And there is a hood. So now it's time to attach the hood to the Niffler body. And it's just a really simple seam. Again, you could use hot glue. And now I'm going to create a chest strap with a scrap piece of fabric, just so that it holds in place on the front. This is just going to be a strap that goes over his head. It's not going to have Velcro. If you have a dog that doesn't like putting things over his head, you could easily make this a Velcroed piece. So now that is what it looks like, and it's time to make the face. So for the face, we're going to use this tan felt. To create the eyes, I'm just going to use this spool of thread and trace around it. I'm going to cut them out and glue the googly eyes in the center. Now for the nose and mouth, I'm going to trace a larger circle. I actually had to reduce mine, so I'm going to fold it into 4ths and cut it kind of like a snowflake. So now that it's smaller, I'm going to basically mark the diameter on the felt, and then I am basically connecting it with a straight line. So I'm going to cut this out just by folding it in half. So now I've created a piece that will wrap around half of this circle, and now I'm going to duplicate that to create a beak that is larger at one end and smaller on the other. So this is just done with hot glue, and then I'm going to place that larger circle that we did for the nose on the end. and hot glue in place. And you just draw little nose slits. And now we have a very cute little Niffler face. So I'm going to sew this onto the hood to connect it. And then also the attachments, I'm going to hot glue some gold coins to his head and wrap some of the jewelry around him and just sew it in place. And here's the final look.